What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp. We're back with another review, this time of the Status Audio HD2 headphones. Now, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, way back in like May or June of 2014, Status was one of the first headphone companies that reached out to me in order to review their Status Audio HD1 headphones. For only $50, they were absolutely great. They sound phenomenal, all for the price. And their big thing with these Status headphones is no logo, just sound. Real quick, taking a look at this pair of the HD2s, you can notice there are no logos on here. It is bare, and it looks really nice. It does a lot of things. It gives you the opportunity to, put your own branding or your own logo on there if you please, represent yourself. And it also gives you the option to just remain neutral and just, wear great headphones that don't have a blaring logo on the side, which is really good. But I've been using these for around, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks now, and I'm gonna give you my full review on them, tell you what I think about them, whether I think you should pick them up or not. So starting off out of the gate, right as you open up the box, you are met right away with a hard shell case. This case is obviously going to be used for protecting your headphones whether you're traveling or bringing them back and forth to someone's house, and it's good because that way your headphones won't get damaged. You also find a cleaning cloth and 2 3.5mm headphone jacks, one being just a normal one, an ordinary one you'd find, and the other one having the possibility to be used with smartphones for such things like taking calls and pausing and changing music. These inline controls are pretty popular now, so it's cool they give you 2 cables, one with this if you want to use it. The headset itself is very nice and sleek, I feel. Just taking a look at it, it looks very modern, and I like that a lot. As I mentioned, the ear cups do not have any logos or branding on them. It is this nice matte black color. You do have some accents towards the bottom of the ear cup just to give it a more sleek shape to it. The ear cups do tilt and rotate for a better fit on your head, which also gives you the possibility to either lay them down around your neck flat or lay them flat on a surface, which is also going to be great if you don't want to use the case for transporting them back and forth. You can just lay them down flat and they'll be good to go. The ear cups themselves have this very soft pleather-like material on them, which just feels like pillows on your head. It is very comfortable with some mesh on the inside, covering those 40mm drivers. And I'm really liking this metal hinge that connects the ear cups to the headphones themselves. Again, it allows for it to rotate for a better fit on your head. It feels very sturdy. It's kind of a thick material. It doesn't feel flimsy or anything like that. And just the metal look of it helps it connect nicely to the headband. It just looks really nice and modern, like I mentioned earlier. I'm a big fan of this design. And lastly, we have the headband itself. It does extend on each side around maybe 2 inches, I'd say, to allow for a better fit on a much larger head. I usually keep it on one of the lower settings or one of the lower adjustment points because these are pretty well fit for a normal size head as it is. And the top of the headband does have a little bit of padding up there, but these are so light. These come in at around 10 ounces that honestly the padding doesn't even make that much of a factor because they are so light, I don't feel it on top at all. Now these HD2s are 17 ohms, which means you do not need to use them with a headphone amplifier or a DAC. You can plug these straight into your smartphone or your PC or laptop, whatever you're using, and it should be able to drive whatever you're listening to just fine. And I did a lot of testing on a bunch of different mediums. I tested a lot with music on my smartphone, did a ton of PC gaming, watching movies on all different mediums, and these just sound really good all together on everything. The closed back design of these headphones means you're not going to have much sound leakage. It's going to help really isolate the noise and kind of have a noise canceling effect even because it is creating a seal around your ears. And that's good because it's also going to make them sound a lot more full when you're trying these on. And one thing I always do in my headphone reviews is a glasses test. Are these glasses approved? And I mentioned earlier, these are only around 10 ounces, so extremely lightweight. I can't even tell that I'm wearing headphones. The side of my glasses aren't being pushed in at all. There is zero pressure on these. That's again going to be due to its lightweight and these very soft pleather ear cups. So definitely glasses approved for everyone out there who is curious. And now to one of the most important parts about these is how they sound. And I'm not going to drop a price point yet. I want to leave that for the end because it's going to be a pretty important deciding factor that you're going to want to hear in order to make your purchase decision. But for the price, these sound very good. I'll put this graph up in case this means anything to you, but this U shape really explains its accentuated bass and high-end frequencies with slightly recessed mid-range. I think just altogether, these sound really good in all areas, in the highs, the mids, the lows. And as always with these HC headphones from Status, I'm always surprised by the amount of bass I'm getting. I think it complements all genres of music, and I listen to a bunch of different things from jazz, rock, hip-hop, just regular like a pop kind of music style, and everything just sounds very, very good. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to blow you away, but they just sound very equal, and I'm just loving the sound stage that I'm getting out of these for its price point. And one thing before we move on, I did mention earlier that these give you the option to put on your own logo or your own branding to represent yourself. They were nice enough to send me some random Frank P vinyl stickers, so I put them on the right side of my ear cup just to kind of show it off. It's a nice glossy black that fits in with the matte finish of the ear cup, so it's not, again, going to be an obnoxious logo, but it's there, and again, it gives you that option, which is really cool. Now, as you guys know on my channel, I do a lot of gaming tech reviews, so a lot of my headphone reviews are done primarily with gaming. So I played a lot of Counter-Strike, a lot of GTA 5, a lot of Battlefronts, and these just sound, like I said, very, very good. Everything was very level-headed, and it just really came to life in a way. Now, I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to drop the price point, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, because this is a big factor. These are only $99. And for the sound quality that you're getting out of these, for its overall build design and all the things they include with it, $100 is more than fair. I've tried headphones that range between $150 to $200, and I would pick these over them anytime. One moment that stands out to me in particular was when I was playing Battlefront and someone threw one of those thermal implosion grenades. And if you've played the game or you've done them before, when they explode, it's like a high-pitched explosion, but there's a very low-pitched thump of bass to it when they explode. And the first time I heard it with these on, I was kind of taken back a bit, because not only did it like the bass thump and I could actually feel the bass of these, but just it sounded eerily realistic to what I think they would sound like in real life if I were to hear one of those. So it was very cool, and it was at the point where whenever someone would throw one of those implosion grenades that I would look forward to hearing it. And that's not something you could say with a lot of headphones. You look forward to hearing certain sounds and explosions in games when you'd want to avoid them because they make you die. Just something cool that I wanted to bring up that really can really make these stand out from the pack. It's kind of hard to persuade someone that a pair of $100 headphones sound this good or better than other ones out there at a higher price point. But I've said it before with their HD1 headphones for only $50. They sound much, much better than the price point, and it's really hard to explain that to people without them being skeptical. But the reviews always show it. They have a nice reputation for just giving really great headphones for a low price, especially at that $100 price point. Very consumer friendly, and once again, I think Status really one-ups themselves with these HD2s. I'm very impressed. If I had to pick, one con or one downfall to these, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because while I would much rather prefer this matte coating for the ear cups rather than glossy, the matte sides are going to pick up some, fingerprints or any oils on your hands. It does show, but again, I would pick that over a glossy finish any day. And lastly, this is just a personal opinion on mine, but I'm probably not going to use the hard shell carrying case too much. I would have maybe preferred, have them not include that and maybe knock it down $10, $15 even, just to save some money. But again, it is a very nice option. People might really like that, but since the ear cups do fold down for an all-flat design, it makes it very easy to transport back and forth if you're traveling like in a suitcase. So I don't think the carrying case is really necessary. So again, that's my opinion. I don't know. It's really hard to pick a con when it comes to these. And I think it's a good thing when a lot of the cons are things that really aren't cons to begin with. So what does that tell you? Well, it's going to pretty much wrap it up. Again, for $99, I think you are getting the most bang for your buck. I can't recommend a headphones for under $100 that sound as good as these with this great build quality. And again, one of their big selling points, as I mentioned, is no logos, just sound. So you get this very nice, sleek, modern design with no gaudy logos, but it gives you the possibility to put your own branding or logos on it, which is really good for a DJ who wants to represent himself, or even someone on Twitch, who has headphones on while they're gaming, want to put their logo on the side so people on the webcam can see it. It gives you that option, and I think it's a really cool thing with the Status brand, and I can't recommend these enough for $99. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up to show your support. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, or hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. Feel free to follow me on there. I'm always doing channel sneak peeks and stuff like that. And lastly, guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Got a ton of stuff coming up you're not going to want to miss out. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed, Have a good day.